Okay, so for week 10 of spring anime, the anime season continuing, almost over, reaching some conclusions for a lot of shows. So yeah, that's great. Getting like the final arcs and everything, so it's so exciting. I'm gonna review some shows I've been watching. So yeah, keeping up with most of those things. There's some that's like kind of painful to watch, so I've been like keeping up slowly, which is like Lazarus. The beginning after the end, I haven't really caught up after like the third episode. Aharon-san, I've been watching it, but it's like a bit repetitive. It's like the same thing as season one, but like slightly worse, like more repetitive. They kind of like beat the dead horse on like a lot of these jokes. Bogo Lose a Ranger, I think like I've been watching it. There's like the school arc that we're trying to do, like they were trapped in the school, but kind of not great. The ninja assassin one, the cute Yuri show. It's also like a bit depressing, like all these people dying. But yeah, besides that, I've been really liking Witch Watch. So yeah, we're reaching this final arc. It's kind of cool because we have some stakes now after they were like setting up the story. A lot of like cool, cute slice of life moments in high school. Fire Force, there's like another kind of final arc coming. Apothecary Diaries also escalating. That shit was crazy. Also, 2B Hero X. I've been watching it every week. It's just insanely good. Animation, the fight scenes, the character designs. So yeah, I really love this hero anime. But yeah, besides that, let's get started with the week. So we got Witch Watch episode 11. So yeah, I love this show every week. Very exciting, very funny. Like so many new characters get introduced. Nico kind of just like using magic to like save people and like do a lot of like wacky things. There's like some emotional moments, and then Nico like helping people, her like witch crystal getting like more whiter, and also like messing around with all the classmates. So yeah, the main squad we have is Nico, Khan, Morihito, and then there's new guy Keigo. And then Keigo, who's also like kind of integrated himself into the cast. But yeah, spoilers. He's evil. Oh my god. Yeah, so most recent episode where we see Keiko actually has a supernatural ability. So yeah, most of these dudes is kind of like a reverse harem situation where Nico is just surrounded with supernatural people, like different types of familiars. Keigo's actually a werewolf. And then he was also like a former figure skater, so it's like implied that he is being used by this warlock to get this like kind of elixir of life to heal him because his like foot broke in a car accident. So there was like a lot of plot setup this episode, but before that, there was basically this prophecy looming over Nico that she's gonna have like people targeting her, other witches. And then here it's like has to do with dogs and the rain. So the dog in this case is the werewolf, Keigo. But before we get there, yeah, we see the werewolf, so we don't really know his identity until the end of the episode. But yeah, he's kind of like trying to give candy away to everyone to control people. So yeah, that's their plan, kind of overwhelm Nico with all these like kind of zombies. So yeah, we see Nemu kind of show up again, and then she explains that like she overheard their plans, so she like tries to help Nico and Morihito. So it's kind of cute seeing them, and then she gives us also the plot up about witches and then like, you know, warlocks and stuff. If you use their magic for evil, if you have a lot of worries and anxiety, then that'll turn you into a warlock. But yeah, besides that, Khan starts like asking around about like, you know, who's controlling everybody, and he finds the werewolf just showing up next to him. So it's kind of funny because they were just like, okay, let's go somewhere quiet, or just like talking, teasing each other, Khan calling him names. So yeah, Khan's like pretty funny, but yeah, they go into a real fight and he gets beaten up. Khan still like gets some good hits in, but yeah, they're kind of setting up Wolf to be like that strong dude. So yeah, besides that, Khan gets beaten up. He like sends the message that like Wolf is out here trying to hunt Nico, and yeah, they're like kind of setting up a plan to like attack first. So basically, Keigo also helps them. We also get his backstory. He was a former figure skater, but then he got injured. And then after that, he kind of like lost purpose in life, so he became like this like introverted hipster. Kind of like didn't develop any hobbies or anything. So that happens. We see the warlock. Their plan is starting. Nemu goes into like their magic dimension, but then she falls asleep. So this girl's always sleeping out here. And after that, we kind of end the episode with the ending playing, which was cool, and then a scene where Keigo's like, oh shit, the warlock is starting to attack. They're going to invade the house. We have to go to the park and fight them. So that they do that. But then Keigo, he's a traitor. He lures Morihito into like a witch portal. And now it's the werewolf versus Morihito one-on-one. So it looks like since everybody is nerfed, werewolves are just like stronger, hotter, like Twilight looking people. And then to transform, it's not the full moon. They just need to look at like a crescent shape. So like, Keiko just like transforms into a wolf. And yeah, the final arc is continuing. So it looks like it might be resolved next week. We'll see, probably in like a cool fight between Morihito and Wolf. And yeah, hopefully Nico is all right. Hopefully they kind of save the day, defeat the villain. Okay, so for the Apothecary Diaries, season 2, episode 22, kind of crazy episode where like, you know, we rescue Mama finally. He's been kidnapped by the longest, by the Shi clan. So yeah, Loran was like a part of it. And then, yeah, we saw that they were like building up guns. They had like all this like metal supply, gunpowder, ready to kind of like face off against the Emperor. But then, yeah, Jinshi was like, oh, you fucked up. Lock-On also was like, yeah, we gotta rescue my daughter. So we see Lock-On also has like this other assistant who's like kind of smart, looks like very similar to him. And yeah, everyone's just like planning to fight back. So yeah, it looks like this war has been like stopped preemptively. And then they're also kind of sabotaging themselves on the inside because we see Mamao. Lauron kind of burns up the gunpowder. Mamao's just like running free. And then yeah, Shisui, she kind of like poisoned all the children. So yeah, she wanted to kill everybody because once the army comes in, it's like everyone's gonna be tortured and killed. So yeah, basically like stuff looks bad here. But then we see Shisui, she's kind of like talking back to her mother now. First she was like a doll, just like going along with everything. But now, yeah, she had to kind of lock in, like tell her family that they're evil and tell them to like grow some backbone. They're still gonna die, you know, there's gonna be some consequences, but I guess they go out with dignity. So basically Shisui kind of like talks to her dad, saves her older sister, and then she talks to her mom because yeah, apparently her mom was just like torturing everybody because she was mad that her husband kind of took another woman. But basically a lot of family drama and politics, Mama in the middle of everything. Jinchi with his like kind of new warrior outfit kind of like comes in, reveals his identity as, you know, the son of the emperor. So yeah, he's not a eunuch anymore, I guess. I don't know how they'll handle that. Maybe they'll forget about it. There's still some kind of drama and fallout to be had, but you know, interesting episode. Past few episodes have been very sad learning about this backstory around his family. We get some other light details. So yeah, Gyokyo, she actually got pregnant with the son. So that's like the new crown prince. Because yeah, we've been away from the Royal Palace for a while. I'm expecting kind of like an epilogue happening. But yeah, besides that, you know, an entertaining arc over here, a lot of drama. Mao Mao just like in the thick of it. She's just like doing what she can, surviving, helping people. And you know, it's sad, the friendship like she had with Shisui, it's probably gonna be over. Like kind of like an intense season for Apothecary Diaries. We also have 2B Hero X. So yeah, we're on episode 11. I'm not sure if this is gonna be like a 12 episode finale type situation. It's gonna be sad because they set up a lot of heroes in the season. So yeah, I was excited to kind of follow Ling, who was like the first guy. But then, you know, seeing Cien's backstory recently and now Queen, it's crazy. All these like new heroes, they all have great backstories, animation insanely good as well. Like the fight scenes go hard. So yeah, I love it. Like, oh, what is this X tournament? So yeah, like X is like the top hero basically. And it looks like Queen is up in the running because yeah, she's more of like a positive hero. She's like a bit stuck up because yeah, she's perfect, never seen failure. She graduated college in 2 years. She was like the youngest out of everyone. She was like a child basically. So yeah, I mean, she's like very confident in her power. She seems to have like some type of like she can control like the time around her, which is interesting. So we see kind of like her life here as she's like kind of growing, getting stronger. She made a speech on how like she'll kind of fix the hero industry. So that's like very cool and positive. She's like very confident in her abilities. And we see that she also inspires a lot of other women heroes. So just like a lot more strong women out here. The current X is this girl Boa. It's kind of like this muscular girl with a giant axe. So her and Queen are probably like the same industry. But yeah, there's like some animosity there. And then yeah, we kind of fast forward to the end of this episode where there's the actual X tournament. Like Queen and then this like new mysterious dude with the coin is in the finals. Nobody knows who he is, but yeah, I guess he's like Gambit from X-Men or something. And he defeats Queen in 1 second. And apparently he defeated like every other person in a second. Like nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows who he is or what his powers are. So yeah, it's kind of sad. Also, the big thing is not even about him, but it's the fact that Queen, she's now in depression because this is the first time she's faced failure after like, you know, she's 28 years old. She was like the smartest person, graduated college early, doing all this shit, so successful. And now she's just like moping in her room, looking at like the headlines on her name, just like doom scrolling. So I feel so sad for her. Queen, I love all these characters here. This anime is like an insanely good job just introducing these heroes for me to care about. Getting their backstory, it's never boring, paced very well. And yeah, basically all these heroes are out here. Like, hopefully the payoff is worth it. Or maybe this can be a season 2 or something. Because I'm assuming it's going to have 12 episodes. But yeah, besides that, insanely high quality. And so yeah, if you haven't been keeping up with this anime, it's really good. We also have My Hero Academia Vigilantes. So we're on episode 10. Like a new My Hero spinoff. It's like very fresh. All these characters with like kind of funny shonen-y backstories that relate to each other, which is nice. So yeah, Pop Step, Koichi. We see one of the girls in Koichi's college. She's also like part of the main cast now. And here, Knuckle Duster, he also has like an insanely tragic backstory. So that's cool. We see like he is actually related to the B girl that's like spreading the drugs around. So yeah, I mean, they'll probably explain more later. From what we've seen, I assume like this girl is like his daughter and then she murdered her mother. So yeah, it's kind of sad. And she's also just like infecting people. So yeah, we gotta stop her. We'll see how Knuckle Duster kind of like tackles this. But yeah, there's also like a lot of like cool moments with all the other characters. We see Koichi's mom came in. So apparently she like was the source of his trauma, by the way. She kept like slapping him and not approving of his goals to be a hero. So Koichi actually has a lot more like bonus powers that he hasn't been using because they've been repressed when he was younger. And he can kind of like jump in the air, go really fast. So yeah, all these powers might be unlocked in the future. It's kind of like a good way to do things. Have these characters kind of start off weak, but then explain like how they can get stronger. Because in a sense, your quirk doesn't really get stronger in My Hero, only like your body or you can like train to get stronger. But in Koichi's case, he kind of has some like pent up like emotional baggage that he has to like deal with that's like kind of repressing his powers. So I thought that was kind of interesting, like the typical Asian family abuse over there. Besides that though, yeah, I guess we're tackling the B girl like coming up, and then yeah, Pop Step's also like forming a concert. Koichi's trying to help her. So yeah, all of that is going on. I guess the finale will happen during Pop Step's concert this season. I guess we'll see. But you know, very entertaining, fun show. I like these character backstories and then interactions. It's like very wholesome. Also, we have Fire Force. So yeah, season 3, episode 11. The past few episodes, we've been getting more information. People have been powering up. Arthur and Shinra getting stronger. We see Sho, Shinra's brother. He's kind of like breaking free of the mind control. So all of that is going on. Things are being set up. And then yeah, right now, kind of like the final confrontation is being cooked up. So yeah, we see all these pillars kind of rising up on the ocean. So these pillars are like giant plugs blocking like an underground volcano. So if these pillars break, then like the world will like explode and go on fire. So we need to protect these pillars, but it might be like inevitable. So all these characters are kind of coming in. We see like this giant kaiju battle happening. I think the funny part is the way they handled it was like kind of lame. We see the Ash guy show up again, so he's pretty strong, but then yeah, Shinra, he kind of tanks a hit from Juggernaut and gets incapacitated, which is very weird. We see other Fire Force divisions out here, and then yeah, they beat the giant kaiju. And yeah, you know, nothing much to say, just like waiting for like the end of the season. But after that, I think Core 2 will wrap up the whole story, which is gonna be sick. And yeah, I guess we'll see what Fire Force got in store for us, because I've been enjoying it. I read the source material, it's fun. You know, anime has like cool action, good sound effects. We also have Windbreaker, so season 2, episode 11. Basically, the past few episodes have been focused on Tsubaki. Them rescuing like this girl and then fighting off another gang. This gang was called Gravel. Very similar to season 1. Pretty much 1-to-1, but instead of like Umemiya, we're following him. He's like the kind of leader. Tsubaki's now the leader now. So yeah, he's one of the 4 kings, as we've seen. So yeah, nothing to fuck around with. There were kind of cool like action moments where like, you know, Tsubaki like throwing a huge kick, fighting off the leader of Gravel. So it's kind of similar to last season where I think Choji, like he was just like the annoying gang leader that was just like bored of everything and became evil. So that's like the same with Gravel. But then, you know, these guys, they fight with their fists, they show power. We see the leaders kind of like disgusted with Tsubaki, says that, oh, he's not beautiful, it's his ugly, blah blah blah. Then Tsubaki's saying like, oh, the makeup makes me stronger, this is like really who I am. We see the girl Shizuka, who's like everyone's like chasing her. I guess she's like sad, but I guess she's like being protected. And yeah, you know, we kind of wrap up happy. They're bloody, they're beaten, they're sad, but now there's no worries here, there's no problems. So yeah, that was cool. But then yeah, we end with like a new villain coming up, a new character. So yeah, his name is Endo. Apparently he's like a former Furin student, so he dropped out and then he just shows up here. Apparently he was like the cause of everything. He started like these gang wars. So yeah, but he's doing his own thing. He looks like pretty brawlic and he has like a lot of tattoos. Anyway, yeah, this dude kind of tries to recruit Sakura. So yeah, he's like putting some seeds of evil into Sakura. But bro, Sakura, our big tsundere, he won't fall for the dark side. Maybe, we'll see. But yeah, they're setting up Endo as like a new kind of later game antagonist, I guess. But basically, the whole fight with Gravel was fine. Everyone starts eating food, hanging out. So yeah, interesting season. Had some fun moments. Had some like kind of skippable like parts as well with like all the characters, because it's just like a bit repetitive. But besides that, you know, the quality's nice. If you just want to see boys fighting with some like cool music, Windbreaker season 2 definitely like brings that energy. All right, so for Shoshimin season 2, episode 11. So yeah, we're kind of continuing this arc with Kobato in the hospital because he got hit by a van. And then we see in the past, yeah, they were also solving a case where someone got hit by a hitman. We see Kobato, we kept meddling in that case, and then they actually eventually found the guy anyway. So that was interesting. It looks like their car was like abandoned or whatever. So yeah, that story is going on. But yeah, how does it link to the present time? Well, actually, Kobato was being drugged by his nurse. So he doesn't know like what day it is. He's always tired and sleeping. He's always stuck in the hospital. So he can't really do anything. But we don't know why he's being drugged. Like, what? He got hit by a car and now he's like getting tortured in the hospital. So basically, the nurse is drugging him because apparently she was the one that like almost hit him. I don't know why she was trying to hit him, but apparently it had to do with in the past where she was actually the person that hit the other guy that they were solving in middle school. So yeah, I guess she knows that he's in the middle of these 2 situations and he's too smart, so she wants to like kind of poison or kill him. So yeah, Osanai is also trying to like rescue him because, you know, Kobato saved her. It was kind of cute seeing their relationship back together. But yeah, she kind of tries to wheel him out of the hospital. We see the nurses there. So yeah, apparently she doesn't work here. I don't know how she's able to get access, by the way. Apparently she's like a nursing student. She has like a hammer. We end the episode with her trying to hammer Kobato. Osanai kind of stepping in the way, and then the credits roll. Come on, what's gonna happen? Yo, I want to see Osanai grab the hammer, like hit her back. But again, I think I need like another clearer explanation because yeah, why is this Nurse Evil. Very fun character dialogue. So yeah, mystery goes on. We're gonna solve it next week probably. And I guess I'm praying for the nurse because yeah, if you cross Osanai, even if you have a hammer, she's gonna find a way to get even. So how that stuff is going on as we're kind of like reaching the climax of this like second mystery. We also have Sword of the Demon Hunter. So yeah, we have 11 episodes. I haven't talked about this too much, but it's actually like pretty good. So yeah, the first few episodes I've been keeping up with, but yeah, now I'm like up to date. Yeah, it's like Demon Slayer type vibes, but it's not really action focused. It's more like mystery storytelling focused, which I didn't really expect, but I'm like all for it. Because yeah, mysteries are pretty cool. It's like they're all intertwined, like all these characters are kind of related to other characters. So it makes things like a bit convenient, but it's like, okay, before we kind of fight these big demons, we have to learn about their backstory. Learn like, oh, it's not really what it seems. So yeah, there's like explanation to a lot of things. Maybe some demons are good. Maybe some of these mysteries have more explanations. So yeah, that's like what the vibe is of this anime. I really thought it'd just be like a straight up revenge story. Like the main character Gento just like going after his sister, but it looks like he's trying to like discover himself, not fall into the dark side himself either. And then, maybe find a happy ending for everyone. So he's like making connections in this village, making friends with everybody, solving some problems. And yeah, it's pretty fun storytelling, so I do like it. I think the animation quality is fine. It's not too high. Character faces look a bit flat, but besides, the backgrounds look cool, kind of like old-timey Japanese aesthetic. So it's definitely very enjoyable. Like if you're expecting a lot of action, you're not gonna get it. I think the story's really good. And yeah, there's also like a lot of like isekai fantasy shows that I've been like kind of keeping up with. There's Slime 300, which is like more of the same. So yeah, season 2 continues, more characters out here. So yeah, Azusa's kind of in the middle of it, hang out with like the Demon Lord and everything. The most recent episode, she actually has like kind of god energy. It's like Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods, but she's just doing shit in this fantasy world. Another one is the evil lord of an intergalactic empire. Yeah, our main character Liam, he's very eminent and shadow coded. He's very lucky things are working out for him, even though he's like very oblivious. Just like people are trying to scam him. His like everything is failing. He just like succeeds no matter what here. It's kind of like a dude just like in debt, but yeah, his kingdom's like kind of climbing up now. He's saving a lot of people, helping people, attacking the space pirates, and then buying more ships, increasing his army, getting more magical powers and stuff. This anime is really funny. I do like it. We also have another one, the unaware Atelier Meister. Our main character, overpowered dude. This one, I have mixed feelings because it is really funny, but the gimmick is so like it's so infuriating. Each episode's like the same thing. There's like a villain showing up, Kurt defeating them, but he's like unaware of the situation. He just like solves things very easily, and then really no consequences. This anime actually wrapped up. We had 12 episodes. Yeah, kind of mixed feelings because it was definitely funny, but also like very repetitive. There's also another similar anime as well, The Two Perfect Saints. So yeah, it's almost finished up, but this one's also like super repetitive. I did like the main character. I liked how like she found happiness and worth, but oh my god, the villains are so bad. Generic evil demon final boss, blah blah blah. So I thought the writing like kind of tanked a lot, but I mean, it's like, what do you expect? Some other shows I've been watching, Kowloon Generic Romance. I've been liking it. I think the mystery kind of fell off a bit because I mean they revealed everything to us already, and now we're just like kind of reaching some like emotional points where like characters are kind of discovering themselves, realize what Kowloon really is. So like it's actually Kudo's imagination, his perception. He's creating Kowloon for some reason. So like I guess he's mixing in with the generic terror or some shit. But the problem is now people are like disappearing. I guess Kowloon's gonna like be over, which was kind of sad. Hopefully it doesn't end. But I don't know how we get like a happy ending because like this shit isn't real. I guess we'll see. But yeah, story keeps going. There's a lot of like fun episodes where we meet new characters. I really have no idea where it's gonna go. If we're gonna have like a lot more episodes, like there's more story to be had, or is this like Kowloon gonna be just Jover? There's also some other fun new shows. Yeah, Once Upon a Witch's Death. This episode is pretty powerful. So yeah, the anime is kind of like made for emotional moments because our main character Meg is like trying to collect all these tears, just like help all these people with their struggles, which is cool. But then it's like kind of crazy. She got like famous now because she's kind of like saving people from magic pollution, and realized that Meg herself, the reason that she can see spirits is because she was actually like contaminated with magic when she was younger, but then she survived. So she was like pretty important, very powerful. She like saved a lot of people, which is nice. So in the beginning, she's kind of like a no-name witch apprentice, and now everyone knows her name. Everyone loves her. We see like there's like the Sage of Life that's also like trying to use her power to like kind of save other people with magical poisoning. I think the problem is that it's like powered by emotion, which is like very vague as a concept. So yeah, emotion's like a real thing in magic world. People's spells get stronger the more they feel. And then Meg is kind of like harnessing that power. She's like the only one that can do that. So yeah, maybe she'll be like the Sage of Emotion or something. And yeah, besides that, in the new city she's in, there's actually kind of like a flood happening. So she like creates a new barrier created by like the original mage here. Hears her emotions pour out, and then she copies the spell and creates like this whole like water defending barrier. Everyone's like happy, yo, she saved the city, collecting a lot of tears. So I guess it's easy now. She has like a couple months left, I think 6 months maybe. But basically things are looking good for Meg. Like I feel like her death is greatly exaggerated. Hopefully, like, she finds a way to break the curse. But if not, yeah, this episode was like very fun. Like a cool ending with the opening playing at the end. So yeah, they saved the day, saved so many people. Very positive situation with Meg and all her other witch friends. So yeah, enjoyable show. The anime, like the only bad thing I have to say is the anime is like super low quality, which you can tell. I think the story's like comfortable enough to like just like ignore the animation. We also have summer pockets. So we finished the Mugyu arc with Tsumugi. Oh my god, the episode 10 was so funny because yeah, we kind of sent her off and she started like on her last day just like singing a song, like literally unironically going like Mugyu gyu gyu gyu, like that's like the song lyric. It is crazy. You gotta listen to the song. It was just so funny. But yeah, again, it was like an emotional scene where like it's her last day. She's gonna leave during the summer because she's like a spirit. She doesn't like exist here, and she was like also hanging out with Hyrie and the other girl like for the whole summer. So yeah, it's like a farewell situation, like very simple. Just like, oh, I'm not gonna see you again. So you know, it's sad. All these emotions we've made. But yeah, Tsumugi again, she's like a spirit. She has to go back to her original body or something. She's not a real person. But again, you know, Hyrie making friends with all these supernatural ghost women in this island. Unfortunate for him because, you know, even though he's going out with these ladies, they'll disappear at the end of each arc. So yeah, that's funny. You also see like his little sister, purple haired girl, is like a Time Lord again. I don't know. Maybe they'll explain who she is. We have more arcs to have in Summer Pockets. It's gonna be a 2-core. It is infuriating at times, you know, classic visual novel feel where like the main character is a bit infuriating. Doesn't really think things through, just like brute forces everything and things work out anyway. They just like generic good guy attitude by Hyrie. Also, romance show with all these characters hanging out in the summer on this island. So I wonder which girl we're gonna save next, but yeah, the Mugyu Gyu song was like pretty funny. We also have Apocalypse Hotel, again, batshit crazy anime. New stuff happening every week. This shit does not matter, but it's so entertaining. I love it. The most recent episode 10, there was like some time skips. We saw Ponko got married and now like she has a daughter. The daughter's also working in the hotel. Hotel's like pretty popular now. Just like so many new customers, alien customers. You see the robots like getting maintained and repaired now. So yeah, I mean, stuff is like going good so far. It kind of felt like a sad, like dying type of anime where all these robots were just like deteriorating. But now they found new purpose with all these alien customers. This recent episode was like pretty funny, kind of just like a filler type episode. So this one, Yachio, she gets her whole body back, but then we see like these mysterious alien characters that keep dying in the hotel. And Yachio is like, we got to cover this up because if someone dies in a hotel, our reputation will taint. So 2 people died in the hotel in this episode, and Yachio just covers it up. Ponko's husband thinks that she was cheating on him, by the way. So that was also funny. And we have Gundam GQuuuuuX as well. We have 10 episodes. This story is so crazy. Like, I don't even know what's happening. Apparently, this is not like a new standalone spin-off. It's more of like a sequel to Mobile Suit Gundam. Because like there's this character Lala who like, you know, can like predict the future. So we see her, yeah, reoccurring character. Apparently in every timeline she does something. So she's here. We see like they're kind of looking for a Char. He's like in the rose. So yeah, they find a rose. That stuff's happening. And we see Machu and Neon kind of facing off the end of this current episode. There's so much shit is happening, but yeah, they're on different sides now. And then we see like the commander that we're following. Like apparently he's like a good guy. That shit is happening, you know, Gundam politics here, and then you know, just like teenage angst, just like 2 girls fighting over the same dude that disappeared. So again, I don't really know what's happening, but it's pretty hype. The music's good. And you know, if someone can explain this anime to me, I'd love it. But I'll probably do some research this week to kind of like fully grasp like the entire story. We also have some other stuff like slice of life shows. We have Food for the Soul, very fun, entertaining, just like these cute characters hanging out. It's summer vacation now, so we're doing summer things. There's Mono, so like the photography club. This anime is also like pretty decent, good quality. There's Sprockets, a Lady's Modesty, which is also like very fun. Like the rock band is forming. Like they still have to hide this like kind of secret life of theirs because they're in like the rich person school. And again, I think that's it this week. So yeah, thank you for watching. A lot of shows here, trying to keep up because yeah, we're gonna have finales very quick next week and a week after. So yeah, look out for that. Probably have a tier list video in 2 weeks to wrap up the spring season, but you know, pretty fun season, just like very chill. So yeah, you know, Witch Watch is fun. 2B Hero X is also like in my top 2. But besides that, a lot of like cool continuations and you know, season 2s and stuff going on. And yeah, that's it this week. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.